The house is haunted by the echo of your last goodbye. The house is haunted by the echo of your last goodbye. The house is haunted by memories that refuse to die. I can't get away from a vision that brings intimate glimpses of intimate things. A voice in my heart like a tart singer sings. I wonder who's kissing her now. The house is haunted by the echo of your favorite song. The place is cluttered up with roses that have lived too long, much too long. The ceiling is white, but the shadows are black. A ghost in my heart says she'll never come back. The house is haunted by the echo of your last goodbye. The house is haunted by the echo of your last goodbye. The house is haunted by the echo of your last goodbye. The house is
Man, it sure would be cool if we had a refreshed intro. This song wouldn't be on anymore.
I can't get away from a vision that brings intimate glimpses of intimate things. A voice in my heart like a tart singer sings. I wonder who's kissing her now. The house is haunted by the echo of your favorite song. The place is cluttered up with roses that have lived too long, much too long.
Good evening, and welcome to the Haunt Hour. With your host, Dan Doble, Susie Fleesick, and Troy Crivello. Join us tonight as we talk about all things haunting and Halloween during the Haunt Hour.
Dan,
Man, I was just getting into that.
Dan, you did something with your hair.
It's my true self. I took my wig off.
Oh, so the whole time. So you're telling me that this whole time, Dan Doble is actually Christopher Presley?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh my! Wow! I mean, you heard it here first, folks. Dan Doble is not a real person. It is literally Christopher Presley.
Yeah.
Would that wouldn't be like man drag. That would be like.
That's just pathetic. That's what it is.
It's like in the old detective movies. They would like, yeah, I'm Dan Doble. Wow.
And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you pesky kids. Oh wait, no, that's something different.
So how is it that you can? I mean, do you have like a special mode of travel that you get from Wisconsin to North Carolina so quickly?
No, I just say I live in Wisconsin. And I have lots of. I took a trip there once. I took lots of stock footage.
Right. Okay.
Stock pictures. Yeah. I was a little bit creepy. You know, I was videotaping girls playing volleyball. You know.
That's creepy.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Only Dan Doble can do that.
Hey,
he's the only man on earth allowed to videotape girls playing volleyball. Did you freeze? What is this? This is already off the rails. It's all Sean's fault. It's all Sean's fault. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now you're back. All right.
I'm back.
So welcome everybody to the extra bonus editions finale, super fragilistic explosion gravid stanza.
Yeah, keep going.
Update show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan Doble may be along shortly. He I think he was chasing a volleyball down the street. I think that's what I last heard. He was just flying away. You know, he had to go get it. So he will be joining us shortly.
Okay,
and if not, who cares? It's me and Christopher, and that's and it's awesome.
And it's just gonna go. It's just gonna go downhill from there.
And Donald already has recognized the Buc-ee's. The Haunt Hour is brought to you by Buc-ee's today.
Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
One of the best purchases that was made.
Oh man, it's that North Carolina internet.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, me and you were having this problem last night, but it was me that was having the problem, not you.
Yeah.
So maybe it was you the whole time.
Yeah.
Anyways, by the way, last night, remember that I said that I caught the fly in the cup? I lifted the cup and the fly flew out. So now I don't have the fly. He's still around. So and now there's this ring of Mountain Dew on my desk.
If you had one of these stylish little Bucky cups, that wouldn't happen.
I do. It's being cleaned from camping because it had miscellaneous tons of mixtures of alcohol in it. So
yes.
Grant also says that he can smell me from the Great White. That is the smoke from our fires and Washington fires. So yeah, he's getting some fire smoke up there. So sorry. It's all gone from here. So have fun with that.
Yeah, right.
So we are gonna basically today is just gonna be we're gonna dive into we're gonna update you on some of our past guests. Some of them aren't really doing a whole lot, or they haven't posted a whole lot yet, or they're currently getting ready for pro haunts and things like that, where we all know they don't really share pictures of pro haunt stuff. So so we're gonna share. I got a good amount of people to talk about, but we do want to update you on what Susie is doing. She is currently really super busy right now, and she is currently dancing on her, her cool new rig there for the Crawford School of Terror. This show will be nightly in the queue line, so you can come by and see Susie. Whoa, she's gonna get you. She's gonna get you. And so that is actually,
Wow.
I believe that was, I'm pretty sure that was at Transworld, and I don't know if she bought it at Transworld or not, but well, she wasn't at Transworld, but I know that I remember seeing this at Transworld where they had you. It was right outside the dark zone, and you walked by, and the girl was like going from platform to platform, and they had this whole huge area, and so they may have purchased it from them.
She looks like she's having way too much fun.
She said she should have put her Elmo costume on, and then she could have made the intro that I've been asking for. Because I was like, as soon as I saw this, I was like, go back up there, put the green screen behind you, and I can use all of this for the new intro. But no, she didn't. She was going to join us tonight, but as you can tell, she had quite the workout yesterday, and so she is tired, and she's also setting up for the haunt that opens in 2 weeks. So Susie will be back with us next season. Obviously limbered up and ready to go. So she's getting ready for season 3, as you can tell. Yeah, that would be fun to do, though.
It looks very therapeutic in some ways.
But she really needs to get some better dance moves. maybe Ethan can teach her a few moves here. So that is the current state of Susie.
I could have put on my blonde wig and I could have been Susie.
She's not blonde.
It was long hair.
Are you colorblind, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. One thing that we never really do here is we never really
respect anybody. Respect each other.
Well, yeah. No. Except for Sean. I totally respect Sean because he filmed our award show. Remember? Oh, you're frozen again. Come on. Anyways, there you are.
Yeah.
You're gonna make some pretty funny faces, but so we've never really talked about my haunt, and I know we don't need to really talk about me that much, but I would like to share what I've been doing because it's an update show. So I have been busy making props out of things that I found in my backyard, minus the barrels.
Those barrels were in your backyard. What?
No, they were outside of a. It's a place that it's super weird. They do like asphalt, and they do a lot of road work and stuff like that, but not like, it's almost like private road work. And they're contractors too, but these barrels have vinegar in, like apple cider vinegar in them. So they're not toxic, which is great because I've come across many of these barrels in the last couple of days, and they've all had those toxic or those hazardous symbols on it. I'm like, I can't use those, but these have vinegar in them, which is almost as potent as some chemicals. When I break into these and I start cutting them, like just a little bit ago, I cut into another one, and the smell was quite potent in my face. But that means it's safe that I can do that with, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, no, the barrels, but I got them for free. And then I had all the wood for the coffins, the skeletons, all the fabric, everything for those was all in my backyard. The PVC for the sign was in the backyard. All this wood, the skeleton.
You really need to clean up your backyard.
Well, that's what I'm doing because I'm moving to Dallas. So I have to get rid of all this. And instead of just trying to get rid of it, because nobody's going to buy or nobody's going to come to my house and take a sheet of plywood that is slightly bent and gross and has ants all over it and has been sitting out for almost 8 years now, 8 or 9 years. Nobody's going to come by and take that. So I'm like, okay, well, I will just use it the best of my ability, and then I'll just burn the rest. Which I have to wait for the burn ban to be over, which is going to be October. So, so I've just been looking through my backyard as I've been going throughout the rest, or the end part of the summer. I've been going through sections of my yard and cleaning it up so that I can start getting ready to pack everything. And so I came across these boards, or all these pieces of plywood. Somebody today on my TikTok, or maybe it was on Facebook, said that they thought that these boards were real. These up and down boards, they thought they were real. And I was like, no, that is actually an Alan Hopp's painting technique.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah. Years
They're
ago,
really good. They're really good.
I love that technique because it adds an automatic shadow to it. And I think I have a better, So what it's in one of his scenic painting videos, I think it's number 2 or 3. And he's painting a black wall. and he makes an entire like front of a house literally just out of spray paint and a piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
And so what he does is he takes the piece of cardboard and he puts it up flat, and then he spray paints underneath it. So it creates that flat piece, but then the overspray makes the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes the look of siding. And I had asked on Facebook several years ago, I go, I cannot figure out how to get siding on my facade without actually adding siding, because I didn't want it to be that heavy, because I was going 16 feet up in the air. And I did not want to lift those. So Mary Fettner from Branson Haunted Hills messaged me that video and said, this was it. And I swear, and I've told this story before, I cried, because I was such at a point where I was like, I had the facade up and I had no idea what to do. And I was like, so I was at a point where it was going to look really bad if I didn't find this. So those two people helped me so much out of that. And I've been using that technique ever since. I use it on my Christmas display. I've got these side panels that have windows, and I made it have the siding look on that too. And so that's all I did with this, was I just took a piece of wood and I spray painted underneath it, and it made the shadow.
My ears are hurting now.
Why?
You said the C word.
Oh, because I said Christmas?
Yeah, la 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 la.
We're gonna do an ASMR Christmas episode. Shh. Somebody wants my free stuff. So yes, but I had everything for those. I had the wood stain, the candles. I did have to buy the LEDs and the chain, but everything else I had. Elizabeth helped me with the candles. She helped me make the candles, and she helped me corpse all of these. And she picked the red light on the skeleton, and I picked the green light. So we matched on that. So that's pretty much, that's what I'm adding to my display this year, is I'm adding all of these, but this is kind of going to be a photo op type of idea. I'm putting a 12-foot skeleton in the middle of both of these candle guys. I call them candle corpses, I guess. Bill, shush. And so they'll be on either side of the 12-foot skeleton with hay bales underneath, so people can sit on those and stand on those. Also, the hay bales will be securing the 12-foot skeleton as well. And then the other stuff will be around the yard for people to take pictures next to and stuff like that. And some of this will not be going to Texas with me. So some local people will be getting these, especially the barrels and the coffins. I'm not taking those. These guys, the candle corpses, I am taking those. Those are pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of those. So yeah, that is. And if you want to check out more of my stuff, I didn't mean to stop sharing. You can check out my Facebook page. It is Scare Hollow on Facebook. I also have a YouTube channel, and it is Scare Hollow on YouTube there. So that is, you can see all my history and all my new stuff. I'm actually filming a how-to on the barrels right now. And I also have my episodes of Destination Lone Star, so that I know, so that people can follow along with our travels to Dallas, and our process to it. Some of that will be Halloween related. A lot of it will not be Halloween related. It'll be how we're figuring out how to buy a house, and kind of, so it'll be a little less Halloween related, but also us moving across country, basically. So we will be doing more of that throughout the winter as we start going through the process of all that. So let's see, who else is up? Oh, I think we have this little thing called the Home Haunter Award Show that we had on this year. Didn't we, Christopher?
I think so.
We did. Now, do we have anything new to talk about?
I believe so.
Do we?
That's why you asked me to come on the show.
Oh, I did. Well, I just didn't want to be alone on here.
Yeah. And so, and yet you chose me.
I did because you make me look good.
I make anybody look good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, Home Haunter Award Show.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about it a little bit in the past, but we have, as you can see here, we actually have 2 new categories. Well, technically, it's 1 new category and a renaming of the other one. So, the 12-foot skeleton and the 12-foot props, they, for a couple of years they had a good run, but Troy and I put our heads together and we said, there's a lot of haunters out there that they not just the 12-foot props that are being offered by Home Depot and Walmart and sometimes even Costco or whatnot. They're doing more to the props that they buy, in Spirit and Walmart and Target and stuff like that, and not just a 12-foot skeleton. So this year, instead of a 12-foot skeleton 12-foot skeleton category, we're using it's a best modified store-bought prop.
Yeah.
So that still includes the 12-foot props
Right.
that are available, but it's not just limited to them. It's everything. So if you go and you buy a jack-o'-lantern from Walmart and you give it a whole new paint job, or you melt it a little bit, a new paint job, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You corpse a skeleton, you add lights, interior lights inside, fog machine. So yeah, there we go. So sorry. No, but anyways, like I said, that's kind of what we're talking about. Is so if you modify a store-bought prop, it can be used for, it can be entered in for this category.
Yeah, and we're looking for not necessarily just that you modified it and you stuck it in the yard. Modify it, and then how did you use it? What did you put? Did you make a scene around it? Did you, we will accept all submissions for it. You can, literally just put it in front of your garage and do that. It can be out in your yard, things like that. But if you add stuff to it and you make a scene around it, or you make a whole room around it or something like that, that is going to increase the wow factor,
Right.
So,
right.
Whatever you do with it, but it has to be a store-bought prop, and then you have to have modified it.
And it has to be something that you modified this year
Yes.
to be used. It can't be something like, hey, I corpsed the skeleton 5 years ago. That doesn't count. It's got to be something that you bought this year and you modified it to use in your use in your display this year. No, I take that back. It has to be something that you modified this year. You could have bought a skeleton 5 years ago.
Yes.
And you didn't do anything with it until this year. So if it doesn't matter when you bought the prop, it just matters when you modified it and when you used it. So it has to be modified this year to be used in your haunt this year.
And we are using the honor system on that, but I know a lot of you, almost all of you, that will enter, and I'm watching.
Oh yeah.
I have a memory like
big,
an ox.
Big brother.
Big brother.
Yeah.
Everybody knows in this show that when they come on the show that I find something, they're like, "How'd you find that?" So I'm always watching.
Yeah, and there's nothing creepy about that, Troy. Nothing at all.
Right?
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I need to cover up my web cameras that I have in the house.
Too late.
Darn it.
Remember that guy that came out to fix your fence? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so what else?
That was me.
What else is new?
That was me. So what else? Let's move right along. So segue. Okay, so the next category that we have is best use of a projection.
Yeah.
So, and by projection we mean like a digital projection, a video projection that you'll see a lot of them use them in Windows, or there's the pumpkin projections from the Singing Pumpkins or Atmos Effects or a variety of other sources. And that also includes even house mapped projections as well. So but here's the thing about the best use of a projection. Anybody can put a projection in behind a window, inside of a doorway, something to create this effect. And that's not what we're looking for. We want to see very creative uses of how these projections were shown. I'll give you an example. There's a couple out there called the Wicked Makers, and last year I think it was last year, right, Troy?
No, I think it was a couple years ago.
Or a couple of years ago. But they built this gateway, and they actually made their own projection, but it was this portal. So they built this structure and used a projection to enhance it, and so they made it this portal to another dimension or whatever for their haunt. It was absolutely awesome, and that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
We're wanting to see very unique and individual uses for digital projections. So
Yes, because we were kind of worried about people thinking, okay, well, if I use Atmos FX product and I'm projecting onto a tombstone and it looks really cool, that's not going to compete with somebody who does house mapping, because house mapping is the entire house. It looks really cool. You put a ton of effort into it. We talked with Trisha, who we'll check in with later. She does an amazing amount of work to get that house mapping thing done. The thing is that would stack up against somebody who made a portal type of thing and the projection. So it's not, we don't want to make people who use just one projection and don't do house mapping feel like, well, because I made this, that won't compete against it. We want you to think, okay, I made this really cool surround and I made this whole scene around this projection that would easily go up against a house mapping.
yeah.
And also, it would also be like a video projection. So, like we had on Wicker Manor this year, and he had in the elevator shaft going down to the bottom of the mine, they created that video on that screen from scratch. That would also count towards this. So
Yeah.
it could be a video you created, or a projection that you bought, or have made yourself out of projection mapping. Or people sometimes make their own projections. I know there's a couple of guys that make their own animated projection files. So
Yeah, and I'll give you another example as well.
pause, pause, go.
So yeah, I know, right? So anyways, no. So like I was saying, anybody can take a projection and put them onto a couple of pumpkins that are sitting on a hay bale, and anybody, and it looks great. It's awesome.
It's cool. Yes,
It's really cool.
I do it.
But I saw this projection a while back where somebody literally took and made an entire wall of pumpkins and used projectors on each one, and they synced everything up together so that it looked like this entire wall of pumpkins
I remember that.
was singing, and that was really cool. So so something like that
Yes,
is a little bit more than just projecting on a set of on just 3 pumpkins. It was just this elaborate creation, and like I said, he had everything synced up so it looked like they all were singing at the same time. So that was really really cool.
right. And I know George Actor is watching, and I saw his haunt a couple years ago, and he had where his garage, he had panels that went inside, and then he had like a doorway, and he had a projection in one of the doorways. That would count, because that would be, you created an entire scene around it, and then you put that on there. We're not going to say don't submit just a projection on pumpkins. Submit what you like. Just know that the wow factor is what's going to get you over the hump to possibly win and be nominated. Don't be surprised if you send in a picture, a video of the 3 pumpkins singing on hay bales, and you might not win. And we'll talk about the rest of the judging thing, in a little bit, but we're going to do that a little bit differently this year too. But think about wow, and think about what you would like to see if you were judging. Would that be something that would wow you? But also always be proud, and I'll preface this with any video and any submission, always be proud of what you create. We are all equal in that aspect. Don't think you're less than because this person did projection mapping, or this person built an entire house of projections, or whatever. We are all haunters. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every video that's been submitted so far always has a wow factor to me, because I'm
absolutely.
so impressed with what everybody out there does with their haunt, regardless if it's just a small prop, a large prop, a scene, an entire walkthrough, or an entire display.
I've got an entire idea folder just because of the videos we've watched. I've been like, I'm going to screenshot that. Oh, I'm going to remember that one.
Yeah, exactly. So, like Troy said, be happy, be proud with everything that that you've done, and it's just some wow more than others.
Yeah.
So,
and then the other categories are all the same: best static prop, motorized, walkthrough, display, all those costumes. We did update the website, so it does now have the winners for the 2021 show. It also has the show right there. You can click on each one of these, and it will take you to their video as well. It'll take you right to their YouTube video. And we also have down here on the front page, we have all the new categories, a little bit more about what that entails. We do have a new sponsor this year, a new platinum sponsor. Even though Maximus Christian Bryant is always awesome,
hey, look, I don't have to say that anymore.
No, but I say that because he's my friend, so I'm still gonna say it. But
oh, okay, well, yeah.
Haunt Collective, which is the parent company of Haunt Tower, is the new show sponsor for the next 2 years for the award show. So thank you very much, Dan Doble and Haunt Collective. But Christopher, why don't you talk about real quick here so we can get to the other updates. We changed a little bit for walkthrough and display, right?
Correct.
I think you spelled immersion wrong. I think it's
no, did I?
I think it's IMM. I think it's immersion, not immersion.
Well, I will take a look into that, and I will fix that. I will fix that.
You're fired. You're fired.
All right. Bye, everybody. It was nice. It was nice talking to everyone. Yes.
So we added we took out little details because little details and quality kind of went together.
Right.
And we added in ambiance and immersion. So for displays and stuff like that, did you create the ambiance of a cemetery? Did you create the ambiance of a funhouse walkthrough? A scary walkthrough, a haunted house, a zombie, a mine, something like a perfect example is Wicker Manor again. You walked in there and you were in the mine and you totally were immersed in the fact that you were in a mine. And so that will add in the factor of what did you take, what did you put into the display and the walkthrough to really give the attendee the sense of what you were trying to, what your theme is and what you were trying to portray to them. Did you capture that and how well? So that'll be a new judging criteria for those two.
Yeah. I mean, just to give you an example, you're walking through the mine and you're seeing miners and you're seeing skeletons and all of a sudden you see a clown.
Right.
That kind of destroys the ambiance because why is there a clown in the haunt? Now, if you can explain why there's a clown in there and it, continues to kind of go in with the theme,
right.
That's fine. But if we're looking around the haunt, all of a sudden we see a clown and a guy holding a chainsaw. Well, that's not typically something you would find in a mine shaft, and it might destroy the ambiance a little bit. So it's just it's just the way the
there's a home haunt, Michael Scalberg and Tiffany, Twin Oaks Manor in Texas. They have several different themes as you walk through, but they're segues. They do have a circus area. They do have a witch area. They have a spider area, but that makes sense because they're going through and their theme covers it. Their whole front yard is a pirate display. And then you go back into the actual, so they're did each one of those rooms then capture the ambiance? If you have a fun house and then you have a zombie in there, that doesn't make sense. But if you go from a zombie area to a fun house area and those are two separate and the immersion of those two work and they stay, then that will give you high scores for that. Yep. So there have been people who have for years we've debated walkthroughs, displays. What is a walkthrough? What is a display? Does it have to be scary to be a walkthrough? Does it have to be does it have to be inside a building to be a walkthrough? All those kinds of things, and those debates will always go on. It happened with the Dead with Dave Awards. It happens with the Canadian Awards, and it happens with ours. And we feel like this might solve that problem. Because whether or not you've created something whimsical, family-friendly, or super scary, or super silly, you will now have that ability to capture that part of the judging criteria. You know.
Yep.
And then for the we added in for the props mainly because of the modified store-bought prop. We do want to see, and this goes for a lot of the videos. We want to see the progress. So if you show us the prop at the very end and that's it, you're probably not going to win, because we want to see the progression of how you made it. Show us how excited you were to make it. Show us your pride in making it. And that also allows people to maybe also want to make it themselves, talk to you. You might get a friend out of it, things like that too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It's essentially, it's the way the primary aspect of the judging criteria is how does this submission make us feel? You know, if we can see, like Troy was saying, we can see the excitement in the progress of building this prop, building the entire haunt, building the display, anything like that, you know, sewing the costume together, you know, and we see that all throughout the entire submission versus, hey, here's a picture, here's a prop of a witch I made. And I made it from PVC, and I made this costume, and I foam filled the head, and this is my costume. That doesn't speak as loudly as somebody of, okay, so at first I started with the PVC and I assembled the frame. I took measurements and I sewed this all together, and here's the way, you know, and so, you know, you kind of see the progress of the build, and then the final stage of it is, here it is in my haunt. And that impresses us a lot more than, here's the witch prop I made. And a lot of the times that's the deciding factor of who wins and who doesn't win. Just because of how much the submission impressed us. So
and
just some,
with all the nominees being so close together in points,
yeah.
something like showing the progress is going to add a couple more points to you than the other person, you know, and that could be 1 point usually separates the winner.
Yep.
So
yeah,
so you can
just, you know, not, I don't want it to come off and make it seem like, you know, you know, your prop isn't going to be good enough if all you submit is you know, here's my witch and I built it A, B, C, and D, and that's it. Your witch prop or your whatever prop or your display can
be something poopy it.
Yeah, no. Can be just as good as anything that we've seen previously, but it's how the submission was delivered to us is what really the deciding factor is. So just something to keep in mind. We really want you to wow us with these submissions. And
the easy way to do that is to go back. We have a YouTube page that has a lot of the nominees and a lot of, actually almost everybody who entered. We have playlists on our YouTube page for each year that have all the videos that were submitted, or at least ones that are on YouTube. And so you can look at those videos and be like, okay, I get it. I get why that is a really cool video to watch, you know. And it really, you know, wowed me as a viewer, you know. So obviously that's why it wowed the judges. You know, you can also overproduce those videos too. So, you know, but, you know, check out the award show page. It's hhawards.rip. We also have the Facebook page and the YouTube. And you can read up all of our rules. We have the criteria section where we've got the rules and everything, and then eventually you'll soon be able to enter as well.
Yeah, let's talk real quick about the 2 new rules that we've added to this year, and that is rule number 14: entries for the digital display needs to showcase the digital display. You know, we know that, like, you might submit a video for, you know, best walkthrough or best display, and it has that portion of the video in there. We don't want to have to search, because I mean, last year we had over 170 entries. So, you know, and every year we're always hoping for more. And if we have to sit through an entire video for a section of the digital display that's only about, you know, 10 seconds long, you know, it takes a lot of time to go through all of these entries. And so what we would like to see is a video that just highlights what you're submitting. So, again, if you want to submit your entire video for your entire haunt, that's fine. But, we really want to just see a showcasing of what it is that you're submitting. I mean, that actually goes for props as well. You might have an entire haunt, but and you want to showcase what your prop is. That's the portion of the video that we want to that we really want to see. It helps us to judge a little bit faster than
Sure.
than having to sit through a 5-minute video for a 10-second spot or something like that. So we would really appreciate that. And then number 15 is we accept video submissions from YouTube and any type of a cloud drive submission, a cloud drive link. But a lot of the times the cloud drive link has to be shared with the award show. But when we try to go and okay, here's all of the links for all of the different submissions, we have to go back and download that video for our judges because it's nearly impossible to, unless you make it a public video, on your Google, on your cloud drive. Some of the judges can't see it. So what we're going to do this year is we're not going to, say we won't accept cloud submissions. We will accept those cloud submissions. And if we have to request them to be shared with us and we get them shared with us, we are going to download those videos and upload them to our own award show YouTube page and use that as the link to your video. We won't make the video public. We'll keep it unlisted. And the video will be obviously available for our judges. And it says up in the rules elsewhere that any video submitted may be used for some type of marketing material down the future, or
we
down
use it in the award show and everything anyway. So
exactly.
And
So
that's why some people may not have seen their video in the main, the first part of
the montage,
the award show montage, because we couldn't get your video. We asked for permission and we never got it, and so we couldn't even judge for it. So there were some people that didn't get judged. I know that we had a lot of problems with the Apple stuff. So if you uploaded it to your iCloud, we didn't even have a way to contact you with it and stuff like that. So it was a little harder to do. Everybody can get a YouTube page as well. If you have a Gmail account, you can get one for free. It comes with a YouTube, and you can make all of them unlisted and you can share it to us that way. But we will still accept the other ways. We will just put it on our own private page and share it to the judges, because then they all can view it at the same time.
Yeah.
And then we will probably delete it afterwards, because we don't need it after that. After we make the award show, we will probably delete it from the YouTube page. So, unless you give us permission, and you can always give us permission privately or whatever if we, but, so yeah. So, once again, you can go to our website and you can read all these rules and stuff like that and immerse yourself in that. So, all right, we are on now to our guests. Well, no, we don't have any guests. We just have pictures of guests. Damn messages. So Alan Hops was our first guest this year. He obviously everybody knows Alan Hops. He's Dark Hour. So they evidently they are they open Dark Hour Haunted House opens in 4 days. 4 days.
4 days.
I know, right? Which is weird because I just saw the other day. So, so they do have a casting call. If you are in the Texas area, in the Dallas area, and you want to work and you want to go act at Dark Hour, September 13th. That's today. That's right now. They're doing it right now. Okay, well, 3 hours ago, my time. So, they just finished up. So, no, never mind. You can't go. You can see how on top of this I was. Hi, Patricia. There's Patricia right there. But yes, Dark Hour is opening. These messages are going to come up on every one of my things. So Dark Hour is opening. Also a shameless plug of my own. We still do have some seats left on the Texas Terror Tour bus for the Texas Haunt Tour. It's Dark Hour, Cutting Edge, Thrillvania, and J&F Haunted House. And you can get on that and you can see the newly expanded Dark Hour because they expanded they added it's like 60% new, and they added a whole new section to it and took out the asylum. So it's one long walkthrough. Supposedly it's almost a half an hour long. So kudos to them for getting all that done basically in under a year. And we all know that Alan never stops. So that is what Alan is up to. We then went with, we had Johnny Bronx, Johnny from Haunt Scene, Pronto. He's starting his tours, so he's going to start touring around to a bunch of haunted houses, so you can follow Haunt Scene and follow along with him. He was just at, I totally forgot that SeaWorld had a haunted house. I didn't realize they had one. So you can definitely stop messaging me, Jim. God, people, I swear to God, if you all start messaging me, Tyler. So you can follow along Haunt Scene and follow with all of his stuff. He's got the Instagram and everything. You can follow his adventures through all the haunted houses. He does really great reviews. And he will even say things are bad, so he doesn't shy away from saying something is good or bad. But he's a big fan of the Florida and Southern haunts down there, but he kind of travels all around. So he may be at your haunts sometime this year. Let's see who's up next. We got more messages. Look at all these. I should maybe close my thing here and do this. Michael Peters with Nightmare Haunted House in Chicago. They are in build mode. They are getting everything ready, and I don't see Michael in any of these pictures because that's not Michael.
He's so shy.
I know. He's making there all these. Look, he does not look happy to be working. What are you doing? Stop taking pictures and put up wall panels. So they are getting. They are hardcore into getting everything done. There they are. So they opened in 38 days. I won't be ignored, Dan. Oh, okay. So if you're in the Chicago area, they're outside of Chicago, in Minooka. I think that's how you say it.
Minooka.
They'll probably kill me for that. But they are a donation charity haunt as well, so you can go check that out. They are currently building it, so they'll be ready very soon there. So congrats early on to them. I know that, Sean, you guys. Roland has actually some big news. He was going to make his own home haunt. He was going to do everything at his house and everything like that. At a neighbor's house, actually. And he decided to ask the high school where his son goes if he could do a haunted house at their school. So he is actually creating, and he's going to love this, that I took this from the convention, but it's the Brooklyn Sanatorium Haunted House. So a little quick little history about that area. Forney, where he lives, is actually it used to be called Brooklyn. Way back in the day when Rollin was 15 or 16, in the 1800s and early 1900s, it used to be called Brooklyn. And so he used that as kind of a history, and a segue into that area and the history of it. So he is currently building in there, and everybody knows these flats. So it looks like he's got a pretty good crew, probably of a bunch of high school students, which is really cool. And by the way, I got to use that idea, putting the big garbage can with all the 2x4s and 2x6s in it. That's smart. So if you are in the Forney area of Dallas, it's east of Dallas. You can check that out this season, and you can follow along with Roland on that. I don't know if he has a Brooklyn. Oh, he does. Yep. So Brooklyn Sanatorium Haunted House, you can follow that along, and you can see he's opening in 45 days. So you can check all that out and follow along with what he's doing. Let's see. So Ken and Lilia, they run On More Haunted House up in Vancouver, British Columbia. They are a little more quiet about what they're doing when they build stuff. They don't normally put out pictures and stuff like that until after they've built and after everybody's gone through. So after Halloween. So currently he's hanging off a cliff. And that's the life of a haunter right now, is we're on the edge of the cliff trying to get everything done.
Yeah.
So he is, they are working hard. I know that he is creating some awesome things this year. Check out, it is On More Manor. You can follow along with them, and you can see, they have last year's video up right now, but they will eventually put current year's video up when they're done making that. But if you are in the northern Vancouver, British Columbia area, definitely check them out. Probably one of our most famous, or most interesting guests we had this year was John and Lynn from Chamber of Souls. And they're the ones with the dark ride that went around their yard, if you remember that. It went around their pool, and they had the track and all that kind of stuff. Well, they have actually created it where, let's see if I can make this bigger. Can I make it bigger? No, I can't. So the caretaker is now sitting on the cart, and he spins around and he talks to you. And so you can see how so throughout the ride, he will turn to you and talk to you and stuff like that. And he was just up until, he was up till 4 a.m. last night, programming everything. The cart actually moves too. So the cart will turn when you're entering it, when you're getting off the platform and going into it, and then it will turn with you on it. And then, as you can see, he will turn around. You've got projection. You've got lights already in the windows. And here he talks. What is he? So he's got all sorts of sounds and everything like that, and he got a really awesome audio track. That is amazing that he's got. All the hand movements and all the servos that he had to do with that. He is a master at all of that stuff. I don't even have a hat to tip him off. It's quite the amazing.
Where is he located out of again?
Isn't he in? Where are they? I thought they were in Colorado. God, he's gonna hate me for that. He says United States. Let's see. Maybe it's up here.
I think I might want to take a trip up there. Oh,
right?
My gosh.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't remember where he lives. But yeah, you can check him out. It's Chamber of Souls haunted house. I wonder if he's put his address on here. No. Chamber of Souls live stream.
I want to go there.
I know, right? Oh, they are in Granger, Indiana. Boom. There we go. Granger, Indiana. So it's actually closer. It's closer to you.
Yeah.
So, if you are in the Indiana area, please check this out. I know that will be quite a line to get into this thing. I don't know how many. So it says we had one. We only had time for one ride card. Each ride is 2 minutes, 2 to 3 guests. So they say be prepared. This was the 2021 hour, so I don't know what he's done with that. So just watch their thing. If you're in the area, watch their Instagram. They'll announce all this stuff when it gets a little closer. But definitely check out his Instagram page for, you can actually hear the audio and watch the video that way as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember when I first saw that video, and I was like, he's got a dark ride that goes around his pool. I'm like, what if it falls in the pool?
Yeah, right.
So he has actually moved it out of the way of the pool. They have the pool completely hard covered, and then they've actually pushed it out farther from the pool. Yeah, I'm clearing off all my messages from you people. So let's see. Then we had Bill Bornder from the Mind Trap Haunted Attraction and also Mind Trap Creations.
His favorite thing is eyeballs.
Eyeballs. He loves eyeballs. Everybody sent him eyeballs. Look, eyeballs. And that's why they thought it was funny that they would make his logo a giant eye. But he is expanding this year. He added an extra 1,000 square feet. I think that's what he said. So he is currently building all of that. And if you're in the Bloomington, Illinois area, you may see this truck driving around, and that would freak out a lot of kids seeing that truck driving around. And it looks like he's hit a few things. So obviously he's not the greatest of drivers either. But he does have a really cool, you can follow along with his TikToks, some of the funniest things you'll see. Plus you might see me on there every once in a while. But he has this really cool thing that is his dad's costume, and his dad's no longer with us, but it's the first thing that comes out and the first and the last thing to be put away when he does his haunt. And he always dresses it up in that outfit, but a different mask. And it is always in the haunt every single year. So it's a little tribute to his dad. So that's really cool. But as you can see, he has quite the area to fill. And what's really cool is his waiting area. When you enter the haunt, you enter from outside and you go into a pallet factory. You literally snake through a pallet factory to get to a haunted house. Where all of us are building our haunts out of pallets, he has to walk through a pallet factory to get to the haunt. But he does have a couple of escape rooms in there, and they also have zombie paintball as well. So you can spend several hours at Mind Trap this season. So yeah, they are expanding, which is cool. And so we'll see where the garage door. So right there, that is his extension area behind that door. So he'll be filling that up. I know you guys spam me. I hate you all. I did that one. So the Haunted Housewives were up after them, after Bill, and they are starting their tours. And like they told us, they drive around to right now they were just in Ohio, and they did several haunts in Ohio, and they were at 100 Acre Manor, and so they said they are starting it out. They're trying to get, last year they did 26 haunts. They're hoping to squeeze in some of those, but they're going to go to Michigan, and they're currently in Pennsylvania right now. Looks like they'll probably be they were at Fright Farm the other day. So they'll probably be at some places this weekend over there in the Northeast area. So they may be visiting your haunt, and they do pretty cool reviews and stuff. Now we're at Sean, Mr. Sean Mills. And as you can see here, this picture lacks Halloween.
I was going to say that. I was just going to say that doesn't look a lot like a Halloween build.
It looks pretty boring, doesn't it? Looks super boring.
It looks like it's a bathroom.
You know what? It is a bathroom. And wait. He wants us to show that. Oh, he put flooring in, everybody. He put flooring in. Look at this. I mean, that right there, the spacing is exquisite, Sean. I cannot believe that you matched up those tiles exactly right like that. Man,
it's amazing.
I mean, if he put this much effort into Halloween, then he should be a superstar. But instead he put his effort into this.
I blame Dawn.
I do blame Dawn. I do, because Dawn. Oh, believe me, we're getting to Dawn. Don't worry. Don't worry. But in all reality, he is actually going to be shush it. That person still wants my stuff. He is going. He bought the Reagan prop, and he wants to make a bed and have Reagan come out of it. So this right here is a perfect example of modifying a store-bought prop for the award show. He is taking Reagan, who is a stand-up prop like this, and he's going to utilize his coffee table. So Fawn cannot use the coffee table for 2 months. And Fawn wants to know who Dawn is. Dawn. No, not Dawn. Don.
No, I said
Donald.
no.
Donald.
I said
He thought you meant Don. Anyways,
oh.
so he's gonna make her sit up on the coffee table, and so that will be fun to watch. Oh wait, does she do it? Okay, we're gonna walk. Oh, she does the little. I know she spins her head around. Oh, maybe she doesn't spin her head. Well, maybe Sean will make it be cool. I don't know. Otherwise, he'll just have this weird girl sitting on his coffee table for 3 months.
Yeah, I blame Fawn for that too.
Oh yeah.
For him making it look cool. I blame him.
I also
blame
want a Mills pillow on my couch. I think that'd be cool, just to have this random Mills pillow on my couch.
A Mills. Hey, you know what pillow I have on my couch?
But not in your video. She didn't. What? Oh, I know what you have on your couch because I made it for you. Let's see. We also, after that, we had Steve from Steve's Haunted Yard. And he's busy. What?
He's not helpful at all.
Who? Sean?
Sean wouldn't help us with the award show.
I know, right? Whatever.
I
We had
know.
to make him. We had to corner him, and it was quite the scene. But yeah, Steve is actually he is going to be doing a tombstone workshop. He's in the Austin, Texas area. He's doing a tombstone workshop on September 23rd, and you can you get all the tools to make the tombstones, and you can obviously take one home with you. But he is also busy making. You can buy the blanks from him as well. You can buy lots of different things. He vended at Texas, and he showed off a bunch of his different props that he was making. So you can check out his he just put this video up of the creepy skull pile tree, so you can spray foam some skulls. But he is also starting. You can check out his YouTube page, Steve's Haunted Yard. And he's actually getting ready. He's prepping already. So he said he's a little bit behind, but he'll make it, and it'll be awesome. So you can follow along with him on his YouTube page and on Facebook. And obviously, if you're in his area too, you might want to go take that class. Making tombstones is fun. Let's see. Castle Blood we had on after that, but if I got these messages out of my way,
Ricky.
Ricky. Now my internet's freezing on me. There we go. Nope. Oh, see, it says wait.
Uh-oh. Maybe it's not me.
No, it's not. No, it's this. But yeah, they are opening. This is their 30th year.
Yep.
And let's see. Let's go back over here. Jim's message won't go away because it's blocking the freaking picture. Oh, here we go. So you can get your tickets to Castle Blood if you are in the Pennsylvania area. He was a really cool guest. I really liked having him on. So we'll cut that one out. Tyler. I'm not going to say his last name because I butchered it last time. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's French. Bouchon. I forgot. That's how we did that. So he was corpsing the other day, and I think it's because he saw me corpsing. So he was like, "I got a corpse too."
Because I got to be like Troy.
No, but here's the thing: he did it way better than me. Look at that. I like that. It's gritty. It's nasty. Because I don't want to use great stuff. I don't want. I don't want. It's so sticky and you can't get it off clothes and it's terrible, but he did a really good job. And he also made, let's see, what else was he doing? He did, his electric chair. So he looks super excited to be in the electric chair. So yes, he's getting that installed, all the electronics in that to make that. But that's a pretty hefty chair there.
Yep.
Yeah. So that'll be cool. And let's see, we have Brick Thunder, of course. He is all over the place. It looks like he has made his way to Home Depot. He was he just walks over. He's like, "That's mine. That's mine." I like how this is perfect. Why do you need a cart? Just push him. I love it. Just there we go. We're just gonna push him right out here to the aisle, and Home Depot's gonna come by and pick them all up for him. So he is. He also went to Halloween City as well. I have a Halloween City by my house now, which is really cool.
I went there too. I wasn't too impressed.
You know, one of the things about Halloween City is it's Party City's Halloween version.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a Party City or like me, I only have one Party City now, almost in the entire like northwest part of Oregon. And it's not that far away from me, but still, this is like I can walk to Halloween City now. It's supposed to be, obviously the Party City stuff, but one of the cool things they have is, and I don't know if they have it in the store yet because when I went in, they were still setting up, but the corporate made them open even though they just got the truck the day before. And they have the Creep Show guy. So
yes.
The Creep Show skeleton guy. They have him online, but I don't know if they're going to have him in the store.
They had him in the store near me.
Okay, so maybe they just hadn't had him set up yet, or they hadn't unboxed him yet. But that is a really cool prop. I really like that. Creep Show is one of those things. I mean, yeah, it came back out on Shudder, but it's like a lot of us older folks know Creep Show and grew up with Creep Show, and so some of the younger folks are like, what is that? I don't understand why that's so cool, and we're all like, Creep Show.
Yeah.
So, but it definitely, he's it looks like he's got his. He's got his Inferno. So he is also in the Chicago area as well. That's you built it inside Brick? Why? Build it outside. Brick's crazy. So you can follow along Brick on his Instagram and his YouTube page. You can see what he's doing after all this. And now we get to Dawn. Dawn started setting up in June. It appears because he already has his lighting up, his fencing is up, and he's got really cool. That's gonna be a Halloween manger scene. We're gonna have little zombie, baby Jesus in there. But because if you remember, he doesn't just do his yard; he does several yards. So he's got that part of he's got that one over there. Because this is obviously not his, that's a different house. So he's got these two houses that he does stuff with. So he is well on his way of creating his display this year, and it made me have to go out and put my fence up because I couldn't let Don put up his stuff and then me sit out here with nothing up. So I had to go set up my fence real fast. So thanks. It was 90 degrees that day, Donald. Thank you. Great, appreciate that. So you can check out all of his stuff on his page, and he's got a YouTube page as well. You can check all that out. Got some cool daytime pictures and stuff too. He has 3 yards. He says 3 yards. So eventually he's going to have the whole block. So, and he says he works throughout the night like a true hunter, always working at night. And our good friend Ethan here, literally he just posted, it looks like he just posted a video. Hi everybody. Look, like he's saying hi to us. Hi Ethan. Hi.
What's up, fellow hunters?
Hi, fellow hunters.
So
he, as you can tell, he has a lot of great videos up lately about answering some questions. He even answers why he has these Sharpies. So you can check out all of his videos on here. They are some of the best little 3-minute things to watch, and to really, get have a laugh and also learn some stuff. You'll learn a lot of stuff about the behind the scenes, pro haunted house stuff. And just, in general, what Ethan does all day. He also sent me this video of him, of an actor. He was asked to step in at the last minute and play this part for a video. And in the video, he's being directed what to do and stuff like that. It was just raw footage, and he's just, he's being told, okay, just kind of do some slow stuff here, and just kind of act a little, dramatic, and then kind of ramp it up a little bit. And he's thinking about his next TikTok, and he's like, this is gonna be funny. Watch this. I'm gonna make this really funny TikToks later today.
Wait, did you say Ethan? Did you say Ethan was dramatic?
No. This is Ethan just waking up in the morning. He's just like, hey, what's up, guys? There he is.
I've never known him to be dramatic.
Right. So
love you, Ethan.
I know, right? So this is him just in his normal routine every day. This was not part of the haunted house.
Yeah.
So that just shows that Ethan is available to do anything he's asked to do, and he will never complain about it because he is a haunter through and through. And let's see, Wicker Manor has not really updated much since we last talked to him because we only talked to him a couple of weeks ago. He has finished up a lot of the shooting gallery props that he was making. He is in Colorado. I do know that for sure. So they will have a shooting gallery along with the haunted mine that he's doing, expanding on and stuff like that. He has a very great organizational system back here with everything labeled. I'm super jealous. Mine doesn't look like that at all. So you can check out Wicker Manor there. They have the YouTube page, and he talks about the controllers and the rifle mods and the targets and stuff like that. So you can keep tabs on them. Trisha, she is actually inside baseball here. She's actually the reason that I pressed Christopher to put the projection category in, was because I thought that there are more people getting into the projections. The projections are becoming a lot more part of haunting. And so I was like, I think it's time that we involve that part of it as a prop, as a separate thing. And so Christopher didn't have a choice, and he agreed. And that's why he just left. So whatever. But she does actually, one of her newest videos is she does actually give a review of the newest Atmos effects Legends of Halloween. And this one is actually going to be kind of cool. It has a Reaper and a Pumpkin King and a Headless Horseman. So you can check that out at atmosfx.com. But Trisha has, like we talked about with her, she has a ton of videos on some unboxing stuff, and then how she does her projection mapping, some different things, the front versus, rear projection material stuff. So you can learn a lot from her, but also follow along with what she ends up, creating this year for her stuff. I know that she said that she's done with all of her traveling and all of her crazy stuff, and that she's going to sit there and just do projection mapping stuff. So she'll be sitting at the computer for months and months until Halloween starts. And let's see, who's our last? Oh, so this, I kind of saved the best for last. So thanks for sticking with us, everybody. Tony DiMatteo, he's the guy who runs Halloween on Ambush, the best overall and best display hunt for 2021. That made the big pirate display. Well, he thought, man, wouldn't it be cool to really, really quickly distress pink foam panels? And so what he does is he takes the flame canisters, the flame fluid for the canisters, sprays it on there real fast, takes a little lighter,
whoosh.
But look at that. It's already distressed. You try to do that with any sort of hand tools. Other than fire, you're not going to get that look, so it's and he also does it with this. Please do this outside, by the way.
Yes. And flame on.
But that is awesome. It is textured more organically than you could ever do by hand. So my hat's off to him for using fire to its fullest extent. So you can, Ethan, acetone. Do you like the acetone on fire, Ethan? Or do you just spray it on there and it eats the foam? Because I think that's what you're talking about. But yeah, so if you want to try, you're more than welcome to try. But please do it outside. Have a fire extinguisher or a hose handy just in case. Because that is kind of a toxic thing. I mean, if you burn this pink foam, it's very toxic to smell. So if you're ever working with foam and heating it up, please do it outside. Either wear a respirator or wear one of those old COVID masks. And definitely, have like a fan going near you. So like if you're cutting the foam here, have a fan over here blowing away from you, so that the smoke and everything goes away from you that way. Don't do it in the garage. I don't care if you have ventilation in the garage or not. Just do it outside.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to our TED Talk Safety feature about how to set foam on fire.
Foam on Fire. That's actually the name of my new band.
Foam on Fire.
Foam on Fire.
Are you gonna play at the next Texas Haunters convention?
I'm gonna have flame coming out of my foam guitar.
That's safe.
Well, I mean, it is sort of.
In anybody else's hands, yes, but fire in your hands, yeah, no.
It's Texas. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll be fine. So you can of course you can find all of our past videos on I should probably show that because I know that we did where is it? There it is. Haunt Our YouTube. I wonder if it's on there. Hunting Hour. No, that's not it. I know that we had a really. Why can't I find it?
I don't know.
But we're under Haunt Collective, so so if you go to the Haunt Collective page, you will find playlists, and in that playlist you'll see Haunt Hour Season 2 and Haunt Hour Season 1, and you can view the full playlist and you will see everybody's episode in numerical order. I had to go back and change this because it wasn't in numerical order at one point. See, it's not. See, there's 22, 21, 20, 19. I don't know why YouTube does that, so I have to go in there and move these around. But you can definitely go back and watch any of these episodes. All of their links to all of their pages and all of their socials and everything are in the description of every one of these videos. So you can go in there and put it, click on those and see everybody. So I know that, well, I guess because Dan didn't show up, so I guess I have to speak for Dan.
Don't you usually?
No, I try to let Dan talk,
Oh, really?
Right. So the plan for next year, well, first of all, I am going to make a kind of a best of video of kind of the funny things that we've said on here. And I did that last year. I'm going to do it after Halloween. I'll put together just a 15-minute video of just random bits and funny stuff that happened on the show throughout this last season. I'll put that up in probably November or early December. And
you have plenty of them in this show with my internet cutting out.
Oh yeah, I'm just going to put that in like every 5 minutes. It's just going to be you going.
Yeah.
But we are going to start up again probably in March. It's not set in stone yet, but that's the idea. We will set up in March and we will go through June. And then, and I haven't really talked to them about this, but I'm going to say if they want to do shows, that's fine. But I will not be on any shows in July because I'll be moving to Dallas. That is the plan right now. Obviously that can change with housing, purchases and things like that. Nothing that's never set in stone. But the idea is for about 3 to 4 weeks while I am moving, we will not have a show. And we will then resume in August and have several shows in that month as well. So we will have a little bit less shows than this year, but we'll still have a bunch of great haunters on. And we will have a new intro. I am going to press them every week to get it done after Halloween. So we will have a new intro and it will be awesome.
You're gonna have lots of great haunters on and me.
Yes, because any of the times that I can't be on, let's say I've got it, because probably in May I'm going to have to fly to Dallas to see some homes, and I may not have enough time to get the show ready and stuff like that and do my part of it. So Christopher will step in and do some of the technical work, and he will be sharing videos and stuff like that. So he will become me, which means he will have to grow. You will have to grow a little bit of start growing it now, man.
Yeah, Jasper won't let me. I'm sorry.
So, actually, Christopher, why don't you talk about that really, really super fast? Because then we can go. What show are you on?
Okay, so it is called Dead and Buried Treasures. It's on Saturday nights. God, you put me on the spot here, so I don't have all the links and stuff like that. But it is a nationally syndicated horror host kind of show where we show old B-rated horror movies, lots of stuff with like Vincent Price and such. And I play an old man on that show, whose name is Jasper. Yep, there we go. So. I've been on the last 3 or 4 episodes. I played Jasper, an old man, on that show. And but yeah, going to the Dead and Buried Treasures Facebook page, you can find all the links of where you can watch the shows. We always announce when we new shows are going to be aired, and the man there, Calico Drake, is actually a good friend of mine. So
I think you're on. There is
the
character that Christopher plays.
Yep. There you go. There is Jasper.
There's Jasper the caretaker.
Hey.
So yes.
Hey, what are you saying?
You can watch their silly hijinks and a really cool old, movie.
I like disco.
That's right. That is his voice. So I think so this week. So wait, it's it's Tuesday. So is that was today?
Yeah, that was yesterday. So
today is Tuesday, by the way.
Yes, it was.
And
I have to go.
Tuesdays at noon. Is that when the show is on Tuesdays? He's frozen again.
And
okay, there. So the shows are on Tuesday, right?
No, the shows are on Saturday. This is a rerun on a different network.
Okay. So you can come on here and you can check this out. And they are also on. I know that they were on. You can check them out. I think it's this. It's BPTV. That's like a or something like that. But you can search up Dead and Buried Treasures, and you can watch that. And you can see Christopher on there and laugh at him and be silly, and it's great.
Yeah.
So that's why his name is Jasper on the bottom of the screen there. So we will return in March with Dan Doble and Susie and Christopher filling in randomly. The last half of the last month of the show, I will be in a brand new setting. I will hopefully be in an office in my house in Dallas. So that'll be interesting.
You do of course realize, with me being the technical help on this, the show's ratings are just going to go.
No, Sean's still going to watch. We'll be fine.
Okay. Oh, well, as long as Sean's going to watch, we'll be fine.
He messaged me last week and said, so there's no show this week, right? And I said, no. And he goes, well, shit.
I
don't know what he's going to do for the next 5 months, but
poor Sean. Tuesdays at 9 o'clock Eastern time. You're the highlight of his evening, and
that's so sad.
You took that away from him. You took that away from him.
Better to do it Tuesday at 9 p.m. Well, for him it's 8 p.m.
Right. Sean says you're only fan.
My only fan.
Your only fan.
Thanks for the $10.99 a month, Sean. God, you get such crap content for it.
Hey, he's a glutton for punishment, because he did work. He did work with us for the award show, so
He did. And we're just gonna have him. I really liked somebody film for us. We were spoiled. I really liked not having to set up this stupid tripod everywhere and hope to God it looked good.
Yeah, exactly.
So he spoiled us on that, but that just means, Christopher, you're just gonna have to come to Texas every time we film the award show because me and Sean are going to be there.
Okay, hey, sold.
So I know, right? I
Sold.
just keep giving you all these reasons to move to Texas. Sean's another one.
Yeah,
Donald's
Sean.
another one. Donald's really far away though. He needs to like move closer.
Well, that's because Texas is so flippin' huge.
It is, but he's way on the western end. Like he's almost a New Mexicoian. I think.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I am going to go help my wife create a prop.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
20 minutes ago, you were supposed to be done.
Come here, honey. Everybody wants to see you. Hi. So we are going to leave now, so I can stop it.
Hi, Ashley. That's
fine. So yes, we will be back next March. So join us then. But watch our Facebook page. We'll probably put up updates from different people throughout the season and stuff. If I see any videos or anything.
Yep. And one last thing, keep an eye on the award show page. We may be opening up submissions the middle of October.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on that.
Yep. So good luck with everything you do for Halloween. And I'm getting the wrap up signal. I'm getting the wrap it up signal.
Yeah, wrap it up.
So
love you, Ashley. Lovely. All right.
Love you too, Chris.
So that's a wrap.
Good God.
All right, kids. So happy Halloween to everybody. And
just let it go. Let it go.
How much longer can we talk? There's still 12 people watching us.
Let it go.
We're gonna go all night.
Yeah.
I get to bed to myself. Damn. Bye.
That means you guys get me.
Oh
You're welcome, Christopher.
I'm leaving. Bye.
We're gonna play the same song for the next 12 hours straight. You know, like when it's leave and they quit, they'll just play the same song for like 12 hours. And then...
It's all gonna be from Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Yeah, we're gonna do it forwards and backwards while playing The Wizard of Oz.
Okay. Troy, you better go. You're gonna get in trouble.
Okay, goodbye, everybody. We'll see you in March. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching all season long. We're sorry, and see you next year.